Students, now we are going to study about the three states of matter. The three states of matter are solid, liquid and gas. I'd like to tell you that you have to remember two things in this chapter, that one is intermolecular space and the second is intermolecular force of attraction. These circles which I have drawn, consider them as molecules. Okay, these are molecules. Can you see the space between the molecules in case of solid? Very less. It is the least in case of solids. It increases in case of liquids and it is maximum in case of gases. What it is? Intermolecular space. Intermolecular means between two molecules, that is called intermolecule. So the space between, that is intermolecular space, in case of solid it is minimum, it is medium in case of liquids and maximum in case of gases. Second point is intermolecular force of attraction. Now when the molecules are so closely placed, so closely packed, obviously their attraction between these two molecules would be maximum in case of solids. Why? Because the molecules are very closely packed. They are very close to each other. That is why their force of attraction. What is force of attraction? It is the force by which these molecules are attracting each other towards itself. जिस force के साथ ये दो molecules अपने आप को attract करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, that is called the intermolecular force of attraction. So intermolecular force of attraction is maximum in case of solids, medium in case of liquids and minimum means सबसे कम किस में है? गैस में. कौन सी चीज कम है? Force of attraction. क्यों? Because the molecules are so far off each other, एक दूसरे से इतनी दूर है कि इनके बीच का जो force है that is minimum in case of gases. Here is an example of two solids. Now we say that is a rubber band solid. Why? Because it is changing shape. We think that, or we study that solids have a definite shape, but it is changing its shape. Still we call that this rubber band is a solid. Why this? Because with this rubber band, even if it is stretched, it comes back to its original shape. That's why we call it a solid. Same goes for sponge. Even after squeezing, it comes back to its original shape. That is why we call sponge a solid. Fine. So what did we see? That solids have definite shape and definite volume. Solids are not easily compressible. What do you mean by compressible? Compressible मतलब उसको दबाना या उसकी shape को change करना is not very easy. That is called compressibility. That आप उसके molecules को और दबाकर और नज़दीक कर दें. जब already molecules इतने नज़दीक हैं, इतने tightly packed हैं, तो obviously you cannot compress it further. But now we'll see the same things for liquid. Liquids have definite volume but not definite shape. They have definite volume but they do not have definite shape. Let us just see. This is a liquid. What is the volume? It is 200 ml of water we have here, right? What is the shape of the liquid here? It is cylindrical. I am transferring this liquid into this bowl. Has the shape changed? Yes, the shape has changed. It has been more flattened. The surface, you can see the height of the water is less and now the flat surface is more. The shape has changed. I am returning this water into this beaker. Has the volume changed? No, there is no change in the volume. Only the shape was changed. It takes the shape of the container but its volume remains same. Now will you remember this? Liquids have definite volume. Volume, what is volume? That is the space occupied by this liquid. That is the space occupied by this liquid. It will remain constant. It has a definite volume. its shape changes with the change of the container. कंटेनर बदल देंगे तो उसी की शेप वो लिक्विड ले लेगा. सो इट डज नॉट हैव अ डेफिनेट शेप बट इट हैज डेफिनेट वॉल्यूम. Same goes for gas. Similarly, we see for gases. Gases do not have definite shape and also they do not have definite volume. Again, we will summarize. Solids have definite shape, definite volume. Liquids have definite volume but not definite shape. Gases do not have definite volume or definite shape. Now we will see the compressibility. I have taken this syringe. Can you see this? This is a syringe. I am going to put one chalk piece which is a solid. And now I am going to see, can we compress it? Can you see the height of the solid? Where it is? Can you see the mark? It is 4.2. Can we move even the slightest of it? No. There is no change in the height. This shows that it is not compressible. Now I am going to fill this syringe with liquid. I'll take the same amount of liquid as I had taken the solid. I am going to block the mouth of the syringe and I am going to try to compress this liquid. Liquids are also not easily compressible. You can't compress them easily. Can you see? We are not able to compress it. Very slight compression. Very slightly compressible. I am going to empty this syringe now. I am going to just fill the syringe with some amount of air. Right? Again to the same height, 4.2. Right? 4.2. Now block the mouth of the syringe again with a finger. And can you see how much I am able to compress the air? This is the extent to which I can compress air. Again, we'll see. I am going to fill the syringe with the air to the same height, that is 4.2. Block the mouth of the syringe with your finger and try to compress it. How much have you been able to compress? This shows that gas is highly compressible. Solids are not compressible. Liquids are also not easily compressible, but gases are highly compressible.